to Salem on water.
You mean because there's a period here? Is that what you're looking at? This period throwing you off? Yeah, periods are still periods. Postpartum. Yeah. Don't read too much into that.
What? Did not get everyone at this recording.
You what?
Did not get everyone at this recording.
Okay, two other things. Two other things that are kind of important. This is, Wilder mentioned this morning, the Island of Gems. That's kind of its nickname. So that is a historical allusion. And then also here where he says, my own ancestor arriving in 1600, a daughter who cured the residing governor's daughter. So ties back to Jaffna Afternoons, okay, the governor's daughter. So it's like showing how everyone in Sri Lanka is interrelated. They're all tied together.
Rebuttal.
It's not a period. Okay, Josh.
So I read On My Brother's Wall in Port Ceylon, or Ceylon.
Your rebuttal is to say that you don't know how to read. That's your rebuttal.
Correction, there we go. Correction of my correction.
When he's editorializing,
Sorry. Just kidding. That's not funny, geez.
I think we need sleep. We need sleep. All right. Do we feel okay about this one? Sean? Yeah.
so this is tabula side. I thought tabula rasa.
No, I said tabula rasa is blank slate, so tabula I think is the slate that they etch the maps on. Yeah, tabula rasa is a blank slate, yes.
What thing?
Right here.
So like I'm not really getting like an authorial intent. Is he trying to exotify Ceylon?
I think the authorial intent is trying to like, so he says about his brother's wall, you know, in Toronto, and false maps, like that he, I think he's trying to like make sense of why he wants to go there, and his brother doesn't want to go. Like, he's got an interest, a desire to go. His brother and his sisters don't have that. One of his sisters still lives there, so she's not disconnected.
So is he trying to exotify it? Or?
Exotify it, yeah. He's exotifying it and also justifying his attempt to go make sense of the history. Like that you know, a place that has this much history, there must be something he can find about his past, kind of like justify it.
I feel like there's a frame, like I'm not finding very much style in this one, because it's basically just like history.
So it's gonna be all of this, it's gonna be fragments, okay? Old Portraits of Ceylon, fragment, it's gonna be dashes, allusions, the imagery that is being described about the map. There's a lot of imagery. There's a lot of symbolism, like southwest. We've talked before, south is towards hell, west is towards death in literature, and on the southwest corner is where you have these things that are not real. Some charts are satyrs, 50 been formed, listening to the sound of the island, their tails riding in the waves, so almost like the death of the island's significance lost. And then you also have tons and tons of fragments over here, and lists. List goes to structure. And an analogy, okay, became a mirror, so metaphor, analogy, and more fragments. It's really just fragmented. It's not exactly his stream of consciousness though, it's more of how, like, I would equate it more to what Eliot's doing at the end of Wasteland, trying to throw all the illusions together. He's trying to throw all the things that he knows about Ceylon together. And that's like, this is like, I see this as like the jumping off point for, this is what I know, now I'm gonna go find out. And then that's why there's no closure, because he doesn't really know all this. Does that make sense? Chris?
At the end of the first paragraph, what does Desert mean?
Where?
He's talking about Desertum. Desertum.
Oh, Desertum. I'm like, okay, we have to imagine Desertum. It's the Latin word for desert. So Because it's probably the word that of desert on the map. Like it's probably the label on the map. Yeah. So yeah, take a look at that.
Double quotes if it was on the map.
Yeah, it would, and it's imagined though, so yeah, you could do whatever you want with that. But I think it's, I mean, the word I believe is Latin for desert, the word itself. So I read it as like what they expected to find there when they went to explore, and it wasn't really that. So it's an imagined, you know, like a place that they didn't know would have significance, and then if they found all this wealth and nature. Yeah, I'm not sure. All right, does that make sense? So the big themes are the colonization, that he's both foreigner and native, he's occupying the other, isolation of the island, and tie it back to Mishima, this idea of like being separate. Does that make sense? Can we move on? All right, so the next one is on the next page.